The search for divinity is a journey as old as humanity itself. Throughout the centuries, this search has manifested in a myriad of beliefs, rituals, and institutions that we call religions. But amidst this diversity of paths, a fundamental question arises. Does God, the source of everything, really care about the religion you practice? Or is this concern a human construct, an attempt to imprison the infinite in dogmas and doctrines? This study will guide us through a deep exploration of the nature of divinity, unveiling the essence of spirituality that transcends the barriers of religion. Let us together deconstruct preconceived ideas and discover a broader understanding of what it truly means to connect with the divine. Divinity, in its purest essence, is a primordial force, a cosmic energy that pulsates in every atom of the universe. It is the source from which everything emanates, the foundation upon which existence manifests. It is not a separate entity, sitting on a celestial throne, but rather the very fabric of reality, the consciousness that permeates every particle, every wave, every empty space. Imagine divinity as the vastness of the ocean, while religions would be like the different boats that sail upon it. Each boat has its own design, its own route, but they all share the same ocean. Divinity is that ocean, vast, deep, and inexhaustible. It is not limited to any form, any concept, any belief. It is the very essence of life, the intelligence that orchestrates the cosmic dance. This divine energy is not static, but rather a constant flow, a vibration that manifests in infinite forms. It is the force that drives the growth of a seed, the dance of the stars, the beating of your heart. It is the intelligence that organizes the complexity of life, the harmony that unites the macrocosm and the microcosm. Religions, in turn, are human attempts to understand and connect with this divinity. They are like different languages, each with its own words, grammar, and nuances. Each religion offers a unique perspective on the nature of divinity, a set of teachings, rituals, and practices that aim to guide individuals on their spiritual journey. However, it is crucial to understand that no language can encompass the full complexity of divinity. Just as a map is not the territory, religions are not divinity itself. They are just tools, guides that help us navigate our spiritual quest. The danger lies in confusing the map with the territory, in believing that our religion is the only true one and that all others are wrong. When we become overly attached to the form of religion, we risk losing sight of the essence of spirituality. We begin to worry more about rituals, dogmas, and doctrines than about the search for truth and connection with the divine. It's as if we are so focused on learning the rules of a game that we forget the joy of playing. Divinity does not care about the labels we put on it, the names we give it, the religions we follow. It is present everywhere, at all times, in all forms. It is the very essence of life, the consciousness that unites us all. The true spiritual quest is not about finding divinity in a distant place, but about discovering it within ourselves. It is about recognizing that we are part of this divine energy, that we are all interconnected, that we are all one. When we understand this truth, we transcend the barriers of religion and open ourselves to a deeper and more meaningful experience of life. This is the first step to understanding that divinity is not concerned with your religion, but with your journey, your growth, your evolution. It is interested in your intention, your sincerity, your love. Dogma, in its most basic form, is a belief or a set of beliefs that are presented as absolute and unquestionable truths. They are ideas, concepts, and doctrines that solidify over time, often passed down from generation to generation, with no room for questioning or critical analysis. Religions, in their search for order and structure, often rely on dogmas to define their principles, rituals, and practices. Imagine dogma as a cage, built with the bars of tradition, authority, and blind belief. This cage, initially, may seem like a safe place, a refuge against the uncertainty and complexity of the world. It offers ready answers, a predefined path, and a sense of belonging to a community. However, over time, this cage can become a prison, limiting our ability to think, feel, and experience life in its totality. The trap of dogma lies in its inflexible nature. By rigidly adhering to beliefs and doctrines, we risk losing the ability to question, explore, and discover the truth for ourselves. We cease to be seekers of truth and become mere repeaters of ideas. Our thinking becomes limited, our vision narrows, and our experience of life becomes superficial. Dogma prevents us from seeing divinity in its vastness and complexity. It leads us to believe that the truth is contained in a single book, in a single tradition, in a single set of rituals. We forget that divinity is much greater than any religion or belief system can contain. It is the very essence of life, the consciousness that permeates everything that exists. When we cling to dogma, we risk falling into the trap of fanaticism. We begin to believe that our religion is the only true one and that all others are wrong. This belief can lead to intolerance, discrimination, and even violence. The history of humanity is full of examples of religious wars and conflicts, all based on the dogmatic belief that one religion is superior to others. Dogma also prevents us from recognizing the divinity that resides within ourselves. It leads us to believe that we are separate from God, that we need intermediaries to connect with the divine. We forget that we are part of the same divine consciousness, that we are all interconnected, that we are all one. The true spiritual journey is about freeing ourselves from the shackles of dogma, about questioning, exploring, and discovering the truth for ourselves. It is about recognizing that divinity is not interested in our rituals, our dogmas, or our doctrines. It is interested in our intention, our sincerity, our love. Divinity does not want us to be blind followers but seekers of truth. It does not want us to repeat dogmas, but to live according to our own truth. It wants us to connect with our own intuition, to listen to the voice of our heart, and to follow the path of our own consciousness. The trap of dogma is an illusion, a mental construct that prevents us from experiencing true spiritual freedom. By freeing ourselves from this trap, we open space for a deeper and more meaningful experience of life. We begin to live with more lightness, joy, and peace, becoming more conscious, more present, and more connected with life. Spirituality, in its purest essence, is an inner journey, a search for the truth that resides in the core of each being. It is not about an external practice, about rituals or dogmas, but rather about an intimate and profound experience of connection with one's own essence, with the source of life. It is an awakening of consciousness, a recognition of our divine nature, of our interconnectedness with everything that exists. Imagine spirituality as a river that flows constantly, always in motion, always in transformation. This river is not confined to a single bed, to a single course. It branches out, expands, adapts to the terrain, but always flows towards the ocean. Just like the river, spirituality is not limited to a single form, a single practice, a single belief. It is a personal and unique journey, shaped by the experiences, challenges, and learnings of each individual. The essence of spirituality lies in the search for truth, in the thirst for knowledge, in the will to understand the nature of existence. It is not about finding ready answers, but about asking deep questions, about questioning, exploring, and discovering the truth for oneself. It is a continuous process of self-knowledge, self-discovery, and self-transformation. Spirituality is not confined to temples, churches, or mosques. It is present in every moment of our lives, in every breath, in every heartbeat. It manifests in the beauty of nature, in the harmony of music, in the depth of a relationship, in the simplicity of a smile. Spirituality is life itself, the energy that animates us, the consciousness that unites us. Spirituality is about connecting with the divinity that resides in us and in everything around us. It is about recognizing that we are part of the same divine consciousness, that we are all interconnected, that we are all one. It is about cultivating compassion, kindness, unconditional love, and gratitude. It is about living in harmony with nature, with other human beings, and with all living beings. Spirituality is not about following a predefined path, but about creating your own path. It is about listening to the voice of your intuition, about following your heart, about living according to your own truth. It is about freeing yourself from the shackles of dogma, from limiting beliefs, and from social expectations. It is about becoming the best version of yourself, about expressing your full potential, about living a full and meaningful life. Spirituality is about transcending the ego, about recognizing that we are much more than our thoughts, our emotions, and our experiences. It is about connecting with our divine essence, with our unlimited nature, with our pure consciousness. It is about living in the present, about appreciating every moment, about finding beauty and joy in all things. Spirituality is not a destination, but a journey. It is a path of growth, learning, and evolution. It is an invitation to become more conscious, more present, and more connected with life. It is an opportunity to free ourselves from our sufferings, to find inner peace, and to live in harmony with the universe. Freedom, in its deepest essence, is not an external condition, but an internal state. It is not about doing what one wants, but about being what one is. It is the liberation from the shackles of the ego, from limiting beliefs and from patterns of behavior that prevent us from living in fullness. It is the recognition of our true nature, of our connection with divinity, and of our ability to create our own reality. Imagine freedom as a bird that takes flight, free from the cages and chains that kept it captive. This bird is not limited by borders, by rules, or by expectations. It flies where its heart leads it, following its own intuition and expressing its own nature. Just like the bird, freedom is not something that is conquered, but something that is discovered within oneself. The path of freedom is not an easy path. It requires courage, determination, and honesty. It is necessary to question everything we have been taught, to challenge our beliefs, and to abandon our fears. It is necessary to shed the masks we wear to please others and show ourselves to the world in all our authenticity. Freedom is not about rebelling against the rules, but about transcending the rules. It is about recognizing that the rules are just a guide, a map that helps us navigate through life. But the map is not the territory. True freedom lies in exploring the territory for oneself, in creating one's own path, in living according to one's own truth. The path of freedom is a path of self-knowledge. It is necessary to know oneself deeply, with all one's qualities and defects, with all one's lights and shadows. It is necessary to recognize one's patterns of behavior, one's limiting beliefs, and one's fears. It is necessary to accept oneself unconditionally, with all one's imperfections. Freedom is not about isolating oneself from the world, but about connecting with the world in an authentic way. It is about relating to other human beings with compassion, empathy, and unconditional love. It is about living in harmony with nature, with other living beings, and with the universe. Freedom is about freeing oneself from the past, about forgiving oneself and others, about living in the present. It is about appreciating every moment, about finding beauty and joy in all things. It is about connecting with one's divine essence, with one's unlimited nature, with one's pure consciousness. Freedom is not a destination, but a journey. It is a path of growth, learning, and evolution. It is an invitation to become the best version of oneself, to express one's full potential, and to live a full and meaningful life. It is an opportunity to free oneself from suffering, to find inner peace, and to live in harmony with the universe. True spiritual freedom is not in following a specific religion, but in freeing oneself from all limitations. It is about questioning, exploring, and discovering the truth for oneself. It is about connecting with the divinity that resides within you and living according to your own truth. The journey we have taken together in this script has led us to a deeper understanding of the nature of divinity and the essence of spirituality. We have unveiled the trap of dogma and explored the path of freedom, recognizing that the search for truth is a personal and unique journey that transcends the barriers of religion. Divinity in its infinite wisdom does not care about the labels we put on it, the names we give it, the religions we follow. It is present in everything that exists, in every breath, in every heartbeat. It is the very essence of life, the consciousness that unites us all. Religions are like maps that guide us on our spiritual journey, offering teachings, rituals, and supportive communities. However, it is crucial to understand that the map is not the territory. Divinity is much greater than any religion or belief system can contain. True spirituality is an inner journey, a search for the truth that resides within each of us. It is not confined to temples, churches, or mosques. It is present in every moment of our lives, in every experience, in every relationship. The path of freedom is not an easy path. It requires courage, determination, and honesty. It is necessary to question everything we have been taught, to challenge our beliefs and to abandon our fears. It is necessary to shed the masks we wear to please others and show ourselves to the world in all our authenticity. Freedom is not about rebelling against the rules, but about transcending the rules. It is about recognizing that the rules are just a guide, a map that helps us navigate through life. But the map is not the territory. True freedom lies in exploring the territory for oneself, in creating one's own path, in living according to one's own truth. Always remember that divinity is not interested in your rituals, your dogmas, or your doctrines. It is interested in your intention, your sincerity, your love. It wants you to connect with your own intuition, to listen to the voice of your heart, and to follow the path of your own consciousness. The true spiritual quest is not about finding divinity in a distant place, but about discovering it within yourself. It is about recognizing that you are part of this divine energy, that you are interconnected with everything that exists, that you are one with the universe. Allow yourself to question, explore, and discover the truth for yourself. Free yourself from the shackles of dogma and embrace the essence of spirituality. Live with more lightness, joy, and peace, becoming more conscious, more present, and more connected with life. May your journey be filled with light, love, and wisdom. May you find freedom in your heart, and may you live according to your own truth. May your life be an expression of the divinity that resides within you. Thanks for watching.